What made me want to be a football coach? I would say that obviously throughout high school, starting in 6th grade, I played football. Played football here at Chestnut Hill in high school, played in college at Penn, and when my football career was over, football had been a really big part of my life and everything that I'd done. So it also fit with me wanting to be a teacher, but it gave me a chance to stay involved with the sport I had been involved with for so long, and my kind of football career didn't end there. So that was the biggest reason, to be able to stay involved with the sport. That was the class that I was given. Somebody else had created the class, the comparative revolutions class, and it just kind of happened that I was given that class. However, it was, I don't know if it was just a matter of fact or how that happened, but it was a perfect match, because throughout my teaching career, throughout high school, all the different classes I'd taken, I was very interested in World War II, very interested in communism. Obviously, my grandparents are from Ukraine, so it was very interesting to me, and it's a pretty interesting course in general. So, what am I like politically? Been a Democrat my whole life, so that won't change. Sure. Communism is a political theory where all the state property, all private property is owned by the government, and the theory is that as a result, because no one owns all the property, all classes will be equal and there won't be exploitation by the upper class who... communism has shown to be totally unsuccessful. If you look at the different countries that have said they've created communism, most of those governments have failed. So for example, with Russia, communism has fallen. There are essentially two communist countries, the main communist countries left today, which are Cuba and North Korea. And if you look at sort of what communism is and how it says it's going to operate, they don't really run a communist government. It's more dictatorship. So that's probably the biggest problem with communism, is that, one, all those governments have either collapsed and fallen. Communism fell throughout Eastern Europe, or it actually isn't a communist government in that sense. It's more a dictatorship. It wouldn't happen. I guess in an ideal sense, if you said communism or socialism working the way it was supposed to work, there's obviously some benefits to it, but throughout history has shown that no communism or socialist government society has ever worked, so it basically wouldn't happen.